It's the time of the year again where we can start seeds soon. So I'm going to share all the seeds that I'm going to be planting this year in my garden. I have my seed case here where I hold all of my seeds. I'm going to be planting new varieties this year and also some of the same ones that I had last year that worked really well. First up, we have the peppers. Peppers were pretty much the plant that got me into gardening when I first bought my first pepper plant, and then I just fell in love with gardening and growing different varieties. Most of my garden is peppers. That's why we're doing this first, because there is a lot of different types that I'm going to be growing. Now, I'm going to be doing less varieties than I did last year. I ended up buying too many peppers that I didn't really use. There was a couple of varieties that didn't do very well either. I'm going to go over the new varieties first, then I will talk about the peppers that I had last year that I grew that I really liked. First up is the Renee's Garden Paprika Pepper. This is a sweet pepper that you can dry and grind into pepper powder. So that's what I'm going to do, is make paprika peppers. I'm super excited. It is a new variety for me, and I can't wait to see how they grow and how much we get for these peppers. Next up is the Megatron pepper. This is a hybrid pepper. I have grown other peppers that are jalapeno peppers that I really like, but I wanted a juicy, big juicy pepper. They can reach up to 4.5 inches long. If you want a meaty jalapeno, try these. Now they are hybrids, so you can't save the seeds for these. Most of the other peppers that I'm growing are heirloom varieties. We now have a serrano pepper. I grew a serrano last year with Dollar Tree seeds. They didn't do very well, so I was just testing to see, because they're Dollar Tree seeds. You can get them for $1, and they're okay. But I'm actually going to try the botanical interest ones. Now these are supposed to be spicier than the jalapeno. I've never actually had a serrano pepper, so I'm interested to see how they taste, and I'm definitely going to be probably making these with salsas and all kinds of different dishes. So I'm excited for this. We have the cayenne long pepper. I will be growing these for cayenne powder, basically just dehydrating them or drying them and turning them into a powder. We're definitely going to be trying a lot of different powdered peppers. Say that 5 times fast. Now the last pepper that's new this year that I'll be growing is Tabasco pepper. Now this is from Baker Creek. If you want to make Tabasco sauce, this is perfect for making sauce. That's what I'm going to be using these for. And if you are interested in any of the seeds that I am talking about, I will be sharing those down below. You can use my code for a discount to save on seeds and any other Epic Gardening products. Here are going to be all the peppers that I grew last year that I'm going to be growing that I really enjoyed. We have the lemon drop pepper. This pepper was actually really good. It grew a lot of peppers, and I was surprised to the taste. It was think of a spicy pepper. So they are spicy. So think of it as a spicy pepper, but with a citrusy hint. So it was really interesting. I did make pepper powder out of it, and I've been using it in my cooking, but I also want to try pickling these this year. So it says they are hotter than a jalapeno. Now we have the early jalapeno pepper. This variety says it takes 63 days to grow compared to other varieties now. So you're able to get these jalapenos earlier in the season. Here's just another jalapeno plant that I am going to be growing. This one did pretty well, so we're going to continue to just grow jalapenos. Jalapenos I really love, so definitely have another variety. Now it'll be a little bit later in the season compared to the earlier one, but it'll be nice to have different times of when they'll be able to harvest. We have the habanero pepper. Now I am overwintering one of my habaneros that did really well last year, but I'm gonna plant another seed just to see and compare my overwintered pepper versus the one that I plant this year. These seeds, they take so long to germinate. So if you're gonna be growing any hot pepper, I would say anything after a habanero. I know the Tabasco one, habanero, any cayenne, you definitely want to plant these early in the season because they take so long to germinate. Especially, I had some troubles with germinating these, so it's definitely a challenge. But if you're up for it and you like hot peppers, you can definitely try that. I'm going to be planting these for salsas. Maybe I'll make some mango habanero jellies. These are probably going to be the hottest pepper that I want to grow, because I tried growing ghost pepper, but what are you going to do with a bunch of ghost peppers? Habaneros, they have that nice floral taste too, so this will be another fun grow. Last for the peppers are going to be the Dragon Cayenne F1 peppers. Now this is a hybrid variety, and I wanted to compare these peppers with the other cayenne and see which one is better for making powder and drying. Next up we have tomatoes. I grow all of my plants in grow bags and containers on my balcony. I can't really grow really tall like pole varieties. We have 3 different varieties that I'm going to be growing. The Bush Roma Supremo. Now this is a new one for me. I have not tried growing these. They're pretty good for like tomato sauce and also making salsa. So that's my goal, is to make more tomato sauce. So if you have grown these, let me know your favorite variety for any kind of paste tomato. Now these are hybrids, so I won't be able to save the seeds. These are the Cherry Falls tomato. These are so delicious. Like, I don't normally like tomatoes. I like cooked tomatoes, but I don't like raw tomatoes. So these, I ate one like right out of the garden and I was like, oh my God, this is delicious. Where has this been all my life? Because you buy store-bought tomatoes and they just don't taste the same. So these are also a hybrid. These are great for having them in hanging baskets where they kind of sprawl around and hang out. And then the final one for tomatoes, we have the tomato pole cherry. These tomatoes I got sent from Epic Gardening because I am now a member through the greenhouse program that they have. They send you a members package if you do sign up, and they sent me like 5 different seeds. So these are the ones that they sent me. So I don't know anything about the tropical sunset variety, but it's going to be interesting because I grow in grow bags and containers. So we'll have to see how the pole cherry does. I might have to trellis these as well, or maybe like stake them with a bamboo stick. But yeah, I'm excited to grow these. We have peas. Now these are going to be new for me. I have the Tom Thumb dwarf pea, grows in like a bush style, and then we have the sugar snap pea, which go up on a trellis or vining. I'm going to be doing the same thing I did with the other peas that I had last year, where I'm going to have the jute twine intertwined with the balcony railing, so I'm going to be doing that. So definitely going to be trying these out. Going to be delicious. I believe the Tom Thumb dwarf is also a shelling pea. So, and then the sugar snap are just going to be just for snacking and maybe cooking in stir fries. We have beans. Everybody likes green beans, right? Or who doesn't? Anybody here don't like green beans? Let me know. But I did grow these ones last year. These are the Bean Bush Ferrari. They didn't do very well. I don't know if it's because I just didn't grow them early enough or late enough in the season. They kind of got like some funky leaf spot or something on them, but I'm going to try them again. And then I also got the Bean Bush Jade beans for the green beans. So these are going to be a new variety for me. So I definitely can't wait to see about these ones. They do have a tolerant for curly top virus and rust. For our cabbage family, we have the Bok Choy, which is the Choco variety from Botanical Interest. I grew these last year. They did really well in my grow bags. We have a bunch of lettuces that I'm going to be growing this year. I have a lot of varieties. Most of them are going to be your normal romaine butterhead lettuce that I'm going to go through. So we have the Renee's Garden. This is a container lettuce garden babies butterhead. Now this butterhead lettuce is so delicious. I really like it a lot. It grows really, really fast, and I just pick off the leaves to make in salads. They taste wonderful, and I'm gonna definitely continue to grow these. We have the Ferrymorse lettuce. This is the romaine lettuce, and also I have the Botanical Interest one as well. Now I just planted these in my indoor greenhouse, so we're gonna be growing lettuce indoors. So I'm gonna see the difference like between these two. They're both the same varieties, but they are from different places, so I'm gonna definitely see which one I like better. Marvel of Four Seasons lettuce. This is a lettuce that is a head lettuce. It is best grown in all seasons pretty much. It's not gonna bolt compared to other varieties, so this is why I got this variety, because I did have some lettuce bolt last year, so definitely love the color. I did grow some of these last year. They have like different speckles of colors in it. It's not just green, so they're definitely tasty as well. We also have the My Gardener salad bowl mix and a gourmet blend. These are just like your leaf lettuces. So so definitely it's gonna be a salad kind of year. I'm gonna be trying the American spinach. I grew I think the Ferry-Moore's baby leaf spinach, but I'm gonna try the American one because this one also is more drought resistant and slow to bolt. Last we have the mustard. It is the Tokyo Wakana mustard. I'm gonna be eating it maybe like a salad as well, and possibly if I can. I don't know if I can let it go to seed and then maybe save the seeds to be able to make mustard seeds. If anybody has ever done that with this variety, let me know. But it says it's an Asian mustard, so I really like kind of like wasabi. For herbs, we have the basil, the Genovese basil. This is the M.I. Gardner one. I grew this one last year, and I'm also growing it indoors in my greenhouse. So if you have seen my little setup that I have in the corner, you can see this growing. I'm going to be definitely spreading this around my whole garden because basil is delicious. We have two types of dill that I'm going to be growing. I have the dill mammoth one and then also the tetra dill. Bunching onions, the warrior bunching onions from Epic Gardening. Going to be trying these out to use as basically green onions for the tops. I've never grown bunching onions before, and I'm also growing chives too, so we'll have both of those. Next up we have the lemon balm. This is just the green lemon balm. These are, I've been trying to plant these with seed for a while, and I'm having a tough time germinating them, so I started another batch, so we're gonna see if they're just not getting enough sunlight. I did try putting them in the fridge so they get cold stratification, but I definitely would love to have lemon balm for teas, and I'm gonna be growing it indoors until I can put it outside when it gets warmer during the spring. We have chamomile. I have started chamomile already. We have little seedlings about this big, so I started them indoors in my greenhouse, and I'm going to be putting these out later, but these definitely were challenging to start as well. They have such small seeds, but I got them to germinate, so I'm excited for more chamomile because we had some chamomile last year, but I'm going to be planting a lot more so I can have chamomile for tea too. I also have my other herbs, so I have my parsley, I have my mint, my oregano that I'm going to be putting back out in the garden that's currently indoors in my greenhouse. We have cucumbers. So I'm going to be growing the Space Master cucumber again. I grew it last year. I definitely really liked having cucumbers. They're a compact bushy plant, and they're perfect for growing in pots or containers. And they take 62 days to grow. I will probably grow these just for like snacking cucumbers or maybe even pickling them. I didn't pickle them last year, but maybe I'll try to pickle them this year. This is the last bit of seeds we have. Can you guess what they are? There's a lot of different varieties. I just keep getting more and more seeds and collecting them, so this is going to be for flowers. Look at all these flowers. At first I didn't think, oh yeah, I'm not going to be a flower girl, I'm not going to grow a lot of flowers, but after having one of my marigolds, I was like, wow, there's so many bees, there's hoverflies, and I just want to continue. I want to continue to bring more wildlife into my garden, so that's what we're going to do is all the flowers. They smell nice and they're pretty, so we're going to go through all the flowers. First up we have the Naughty Marietta marigolds. These are the French marigolds. I grew these last year. They're super pretty. They're small and they're great for grow bags or container gardens on the balcony. I'm going to be scattering these around a lot of my pepper plants and my tomatoes, just to help repel pests and also bring in the pollinators. Now this one's going to be a new one for me. This is the Marigold Little Hero Fire. These are from Baker's Creek. I really thought the colors were super cool. It definitely gives you that fire feel, so it's going to be really fun to see these grow in the garden. Another new one for me is the Red Cherry French Marigold. I like how it's red on the outside and then it has like yellows and orange on the inside. It'll definitely complement the other ones with the different colors. And then we have also the French Marigold. These ones I believe I just got from Walmart. These are the first ones I grew. I really like them. I believe these seeds, I tried to grow these last year. The seeds don't really last that long, so I'm just going to be scattering these around. If they don't grow, they don't. So that's why I have the other varieties. These are the French Double Dwarf Marigolds, so they do grow low in the ground. Next up we have zinnias. I grew these last year. These are the lilac emperor zinnias. They are super pretty. They have like a lilac purple color. I'll show you a picture of what they look like when I had them growing last year, but I think I'm really starting to like zinnias. Zinnias are probably going to be one of my favorite flowers to grow. And then we're going to try a new variety. This is a zinnia peppermint stick. I like how a lot of the petals had like these little speckled looks, so it'll be really interesting to see what colors they come out, because it says they'll be cream or yellow with like a cherry red, so it'll be something fun. Also, a favorite one of mine is alyssum. So we have sweet alyssum. There's different ones. We have the royal carpet, the pastel blend, which looks like it has like all the colors, and then the white ones, which is the carpet of snow. So I grew both of the royal carpet and the carpet of snow last year. I really like the colors. They grow low to the ground. Now they're going to be bringing in pollinators. I saw a lot of hoverflies really enjoy these. That is all the seeds that I'm going to be planting this year. I would definitely love any of the same varieties that you're going to be growing. And like I said earlier in the video, you can get 5% off with using my Epic gardening code. I will be sharing that down below, and all the seeds that I grow. And if you're interested, I also have an Amazon storefront for all the gardening products that I use in my garden and all my setup that I use in my small balcony garden. I also opened up a community Discord for other gardeners, so if you want to share off your harvests or talk about gardening and plants, because I mean, who doesn't want to talk about that stuff? So if you're interested, you can check the link below as well. We do have a garden newsletter that I will be posting frequently, that you will see garden updates, pictures, a lot of different things. It is free, and other things that I might not post on social media. I hope you all enjoyed, and I can't wait for this new 2026 garden, and I would love for you to grow with me and watch me continue to grow the channel and also the garden at the same time. But thank you so much for watching, and we will see you on the next video.